Get ready for work. Get ready for work. I was getting ready for work when I received a message. Unbelievably, unbelievably, I felt unbelievably tired. Practically, 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 practically. The word tired is practically a standard feature of my writing. A standard feature, a standard feature, a standard feature. Humor is a standard feature of her diary. Post a message. Post a message. Post a message. A message was posted in our group chat. Our head nurse sent an announcement in the group chat. Come to work an hour early. Come to work an hour early. Come to work an hour early. We are told to come to work an hour early. Get a day off. Get a day off. I had been getting a day off every 2 or 3 days. In a row. She worked for 6 days in a row. Bring oneself to do something. Bring oneself to do something. I could not bring myself to complain about being tired. I could not bring myself to complain about being tired. Hospital accreditation inspection. We are preparing for the hospital accreditation inspection. Prepare for. The staff prepared for the inspection. Apparently, every cart had to be cleaned. Apparently, every cart had to be cleaned. Every single one. We cleaned every single one of the carts. Scrub down. We had to scrub down all the cars. All the cart. Filthy. The carts were filthy. Mold. There is mold around the sink. Get rid of. We need to get rid of the mold. Point out. I pointed out the mold around the sink. Wipe out. My fellow nurses completely wiped out the mold. Put one's gears to work. The nurses put their cleaning gears to work. Bark as summon. I had been barking at my husband before work. I had been barking at my husband before work. Be in a good mood. How could I possibly have been in a good mood? Circumstance seem to be telling me to go to work. Get oneself to work. Stop complaining and get yourself to work. Do something useful. Go to work and do something useful. Incentive. There ought to have been some kind of incentive. Good grief. What was the point of cleaning only the carts? Good grief. What is the point of cleaning only the carts? What is the point of complaining now? Make fun of someone. fun of someone? Are you making fun of head nurse? Get something free out of someone. Get something Get something free out of some. I was getting free coffee out of her. Offer to do something. Offer to do something. Offer to do something. Our head nurse offered to buy us coffee. Volunteer to do something. Volunteer to do something. I volunteer to run the errand. I volunteered to run the errand. I volunteered to run the errand. Run an errand. No one wanted to run the errand. Turn down an offer. Turn down an offer. Young Sam turned down the offer. Unspoken plea. Unspoken plea. Unspoken plea. I could almost hear everyone's unspoken plea. I could almost hear everyone's unspoken plea. Who cares about? Who cares about? Who cares about coffee? Just let us go home. Just let us go home. Protest. She is not an elder, Young-sam protested. Useful looking. Useful looking. She is a useful looking elder. She is a useful looking elder. Elder. We should treat our elders with respect. We should treat our elders with respect. Elderly patient. Older patient. Senior patient. Wrist. My wrist began to hurt. My wrist began to hurt. Pain relief patch. Pain relief patch. I put a pain relief patch on my wrist. I put a pain relief patch on my wrist. Give out. Give out. I could not afford to have my wrist give out. I could not afford to have my wrist give out. Cannot afford to do something. Cannot afford to do something. I could not afford to become sick before Sunday. Fall asleep. I fell asleep without realizing it. I fell asleep without realizing it. Drift off. Drift off. I drifted off without turning off the light. Wake up to the sound of. Wake up to the sound of. I woke up to the sound of my husband coughing. I woke up to the sound of my husband coughing in the middle of the night. I was awakened in the middle of the night. I was awakened in the middle of the night. Sleep properly. Sleep properly. I could not sleep properly after that. I could not sleep properly after that. A close call. A close call. I arrived just in time. I arrived just in time. It was a close call. It was a close call. Handover. Handover. The handover started late. The handover started late. Handover. Shift report. Nursing handoff. Receive the handover. Receive the handover. I arrived in time to receive the handover. Arrived in time to receive the handover. Head nurse. Our head nurse worked 12 hours a day. Our head nurse worked 12 hours a day. Prepare the medications. Prepare the medications. You prepare the medications where I get the coffee. Where I get the coffee. Fellow nurse. Fellow nurse. My fellow nurses have to clean the ward. My fellow nurses have to clean the ward. On duty. The doctor on duty was having dinner. The doctor on duty was having dinner. On call room. On call room. The doctor returned to the on-call room. On-call room. Enter the orders. Enter the orders. The doctor entered the necessary orders. The doctor entered the necessary orders. Necessary orders. Necessary orders. 2 necessary orders were missing. Two necessary orders were missing, 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 missing. I pointed out that two orders were missing. Pointed out that two orders were missing. Take care of something. Take care of something. He told me to take care of it myself. Take care of it myself. Develop a fever. Develop a fever. Develop a fever. One of the patients developed a fever. Oxygen saturation. Oxygen saturation. Her oxygen saturation began to drop. 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 The patient's oxygen saturation dropped suddenly. The patient's oxygen saturation dropped suddenly. Wheeze. Wheeze. The patient began wheezing. The patient began wheezing. Blood pressure. Her blood pressure went up. Patient's condition. Patient's condition. I explained the patient's condition to the doctor. Explain the patient's condition to the doctor. Antibiotic treatment. Let's start antibiotic treatment. Let's start antibiotic treatment. Examine a patient. Examine a patient. The doctor examined the patient. The doctor examined the patient. Enter the necessary orders. Enter the necessary orders. He entered the necessary orders after examining her. Severe. She reported a severe headache. Unimaginably severe. Migraine. She complained of a severe migraine. Headache. Her headache was accompanied by neck stiffness. The fever was accompanied by chills. Neck stiffness. Neck stiffness can be a significant warning sign. Neck stiffness can be a significant warning sign. Blurred vision. The patient reportedly experienced blurred vision. Flashes of light. She reported seeing flashes of light. Systolic blood pressure. Her systolic blood pressure was around 144. User level. It was not very different from her usual level. Slurred speech. The patient normally had a slurred speech. Express oneself. She found it difficult to express herself. In precisely detail. How could she describe the symptoms in such precise detail? Judging from alone. Judging from those symptoms alone, it sounded like an emergency. Extreme emergency. Deliberative symptoms suggested an extreme emergency. Family member. I received a call from the patient family member. Family member. Son-in-law. The caller was the patient's son-in-law. What was wrong? She could not tell the nurses what was wrong. She could not tell the Nurses, what was wrong? It turned out that, it turned out that, it turned out that, it turned out that she had simply answered yes to every question. Every question. Answered yes to every question. Use those exact descriptions. Use those exact descriptions. Her son-in-law used those exact descriptions in his questions. Weather was uncertain. Weather was uncertain. Whether her condition was serious was uncertain. Whether her condition was serious was uncertain. Nevertheless, the family wanted her examined immediately. Nevertheless, the family wanted her examined immediately. He insisted that the family member was insistent that she be taken to the emergency room. Emergency room. The family wanted to take her to the emergency room. The family wanted to take her to the emergency room. Emergency room, accident and emergency, A&E. A&E. Emergency department. Emergency department. I contacted the emergency department of nearby hospital. I contacted the emergency department of a nearby hospital, arranged for someone to be accepted. I tried to arrange for the patient to be accepted by another hospital. Secure place, secure place, secure place. I secured a place for her at a nearby emergency department. I secured the place for her at a nearby emergency department. Arrange it oneself. Arrange it oneself. All right, I arrange it myself. All right, I arrange it myself. Nearby hospital. Nearby hospital. She was transferred to nearby hospital. She was transferred to a nearby hospital. University hospital. University hospital. It was not at the university hospital that family had requested. Lecture sermon. Lecture sermon. Lecture sermon. The doctor began lecturing me about all sorts of things. All sorts of things. All sorts of things. All sorts of things. He complained about all sorts of things. He complained about all sorts of things. Raise one's voice. Raise one's voice. Raise one's voice. The doctor raised his voice. The doctor raised his voice. Take care of it yourself. Take care of it yourself. He told me to take care of it myself. He told me to take care of it myself. Hurl inserts as summon. Hurl inserts as. He began hurling inserts at the family member. He began hurling insults at the family member. Find nothing seriously wrong. Find nothing seriously wrong. The doctor found nothing seriously wrong with the patient. The doctor found nothing seriously wrong with the patient. Insist on doing something. Insist on doing something. The family insisted on taking her to the emergency room. The family insisted on taking her to the emergency room instead of helping. Instead of helping, he became angry. He became angry. How could I possibly have been in a good mood? How could I possibly have been in a good mood? Possibly. There ought to have been some kind of incentive. There ought to have been some kind of incentive. Ought to have. Ought to have. Ought to have. Ought to have. I could almost hear everyone's unspoken plea. I could almost hear everyone's unspoken plea. I could not afford to have my wrists give out on me. I could not afford to have my wrists give out on me. It was very close call. It was a very close call. Compared with her, I could not even mention how tired I was. Judging from those symptoms alone, it sounded like an extreme emergency. Judging from those symptoms alone, it sounded like an extreme emergency. It turned out that she had simply answered yes to each question. It turned out that she had simply answered yes to each question. I managed to secure a place for her at a nearby emergency department. Managed to do. Get ready for. Scrub down. Get rid of. Point out. Wipe out. Tripped off. Wake up to. Give out. Turn down. Take care of. Go up. Find out. Insistent. Hospital accreditation inspection. Nursing handover. Oxygen saturation. Wheezing. Antibiotic treatment. Systolic blood pressure. Severe headache. Neck stiffness. Blurred vision. Flashes of light. Slurred speech. Emergency department. On-call doctor. Enter order. Take medicine. My husband has been taking medicines since last Monday. Hardly. He has hardly improved at all. Improve. His condition did not improve. Improvement. There has been little improvement in his condition. Extremely tired. He has been extremely tired all week. Utterly exhausted. He still felt utterly exhausted after sleeping. Go back to the doctor. I told him to go back to the doctor. Antibiotic. The doctor prescribed 2 different antibiotics. Despite he did not improve despite taking antibiotics. Medication. His medication needed to be changed. Medicine. Medication. Prescribe. The doctor prescribed a different medicine. Prescribed by. He was taking medicine prescribed by a doctor. ENT clinic. I advised him to visit an ENT clinic. Ear, nose, and throat. ENT specialist. He needed to see an ENT specialist. Internist. He went to see an internist instead. Internal medicine clinic. He had gone to an internal medicine clinic. Upper respiratory infection. He was in the early stages of an upper respiratory infection. The early stages of treatment is important during the early stages of an infection. Runny nose, His runny nose had not improved. His runny nose had not improved. Cough, cough. His cough became worse at night. His cough became worse at night. Phlegm, phlegm. He still had a cough and phlegm. He still had a cough and phlegm. He still had a cough and phlegm. Ease, ease. His symptoms should have eased a little. His symptoms should have eased a little. Symptom. His respiratory symptoms continued. Chest X-ray. I told him to get a chest X-ray. I told him to get a chest X-ray. Get an X-ray. Get an X-ray. He went to get an X-ray that afternoon. Signs of pneumonia. Signs of pneumonia. The doctor found signs of pneumonia. The doctor found signs of pneumonia. Condition. Condition. I was worried about his condition. I was worried about his condition. Illness. He had allowed his illness to get worse. He had allowed his illness to get worse. Get worse. Get worse. Get worse. His cough continued to get worse. His cough continued to get worse. Prescription. Prescription. The doctor gave him a 7-day prescription. The doctor gave him a 7-day prescription. A 7-day prescription. He came home with a 7-day prescription. He came home with a 7-day prescription. Allergy medicine. Allergy medicine. The new prescription included allergy medicine. Be admitted to a hospital. Be admitted to a hospital. He might have to be admitted to a hospital. He might have to be admitted to a hospital. A larger hospital. A larger hospital. The doctor advised him to visit a larger hospital if he did not improve. If he did not improve. Notice. Notice. I noticed that the back said internal medicine. I noticed that the back said internal medicine. Medicine bag. Medicine. The name of the clinic was printed on the medicine bag repeatedly. I had repeatedly told him to see an ENT specialist. I had repeatedly told him to see an ENT specialist rather than. I told him to see an ENT specialist rather than an internist. After all, he had gone to internal medicine clinic after all. Stubborn. My husband can be very stubborn. Stubbornly. He stubbornly insisted that he was right. Insist. He insisted that he had gone to an ENT clinic. Insisted that. She insisted that he see a doctor. Nowhere to be found. He said the clinic was nowhere to be found. Right here. It says internal medicine. Right here. It says internal medicine right here. You used to drive me to that clinic. Accuse A of B. He became angry because I accused him of being stubborn. Fly into a rage. He flew into a rage when I called him stubborn. Shout back. I'll shout it back angrily. Sure enough. The X-ray showed signs of pneumonia. Refuse to listen to someone. Refuse to listen to someone. Why do you refuse to listen to me? Why did he refuse to listen to me? Scored. Scored. I scolded him for ignoring my advice. I scolded him for ignoring my advice. No medical training. No medical training. He is someone with no medical training. He is someone with no medical training. Consult with. Consult with. The doctors at work sometimes consult with me. The doctors at work sometimes consult with me. Let an illness get worse. Let an illness get worse. He refused to listen and let his illness get worse. He refused to listen and let his illness get worse. Be supposed to. Be supposed to. He was supposed to lead the prayer meeting. Lead the prayer meeting. Lead the prayer meeting. Lead the prayer meeting. The pastor had to read the prayer meeting that evening. At last. At last. At last. The doctor changed his medication. The doctor changed his medication. Include. The prescription included 2 antibiotics. Included 2 antibiotics. It had been missing. It had been missing from the previous prescription. Apparently, the doctor recommended hospitalization. Apparently, the doctor recommended hospitalization. Make money. Are they trying to make money by letting patients get worse? Are they trying to make money by letting patients get worse? Let someone get worse. She felt that the clinic had let him get worse. Fume. I was still fuming when I arrived at work. Still fuming. I went to work. That made me even angrier. As soon as I arrived, the head nurse spoke to me. Our head nurse warned us to be careful. Exclaimed. The head nurse exclaimed, "We almost had a problem. Oh dear. We almost had a serious problem. We almost had a serious problem. We almost had a serious problem. It nearly caused problem. A serious problem. Misunderstanding could have caused a serious problem. Patient's family member. The patient's family member overheard the conversation. Pass by. A family member was passing by. Misunderstand. The family member misunderstood what we were saying. Misunderstanding. The conversation caused a misunderstanding. Cause trouble. His words nearly caused trouble. Watch what you say. We really have to watch what we say. Speak without anyone knowing. Do we have to speak without anyone knowing? Have hardly. Improve better. have hardly improved at all. He has hardly improved at all. He has hardly improved at all. At all. Should have. Should have. His symptoms should have is a little. His symptoms should have is a little. Keep. He kept insisting that he was right. He kept insisting that he was right. Accuse someone of. Accuse someone of. I accuse him of being stubborn. I accuse him of being stubborn. Would have to. If he did not improve, he would have to be admitted to a larger hospital. If he did not improve, he would have to be admitted to a larger hospital. Almost had. We almost had a serious problem. We almost had a serious problem. We nearly caused trouble. It nearly caused trouble. The words have ears. The words have ears. The words have ears. The rats hear when you say at night, and the birds hear when you say during the day. The rats hear when you say at night, and the birds hear when you say during the day. Oh dear, oh dear, we almost had a serious problem. You know what they say? The words have ears. Contend, Lord, with those who contend with me. Contend, Lord, with those who contend with me. Contend with those who contend with me. Those who contend with me. Fight against those who fight against me. Fight against those who fight against me. Take up shield and armor. 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 Shield. Take up shield and armor. Take up shield and armor. Arise and come to my aid. Arise and come to my aid. Arise and come to my aid. Come to one's aid. Come to my aid. Come to my aid. Brandish spear and javelin. Brandish spear and javelin. Brandish spear and javelin. Spear. Brandish spear and javelin. Javelin. Pursue. Against those who pursue me. Against those who pursue me. Salvation. I am your salvation. I am your salvation. I am your salvation. Seek one's life. Those who seek my life. Be disgraced. May they be disgraced and put to shame. May they be disgraced and put to shame. Be disgraced and put to shame. Plot. Those who plot my ruin. They plot my ruin. They plot my ruin. They plot my ruin. Turn back. May they be turned back in dismay. May they be turned back in dismay. Be turned back in dismay. Chaff. May they be like chaff before the wind. May they be like chaff before the wind, drive away. The angel of the Lord driving them away. The angel of the Lord driving them away. Path. May their paths be dark and slippery. Slippery, slippery. A dark and slippery path. A dark and slippery path. The angel of the Lord. The angel of the Lord. With the angel of the Lord pursuing them. The angel of the Lord pursuing them. Hide the net. Hide the net. They hid their net from me. They hid their net from me without cause. Without cause. They hid their net from me without cause. They hid their net from me without cause. Dig a pit. Dig a pit. Dig a pit. Without cause they dug a pit for me. Without cause they dug a pit for me. Overtake. Overtake. My ruin overtake them by surprise. My ruin overtake them by surprise. By surprise. Overtake them by surprise. Overtake them by surprise. Entangle. 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 May the net they hid entangle them. May the net they hid entangle them. Fall into. Fall into. May they fall into the pit. May they fall into the pit. Rejoicing, rejoicing. My soul will rejoice in the Lord. My soul will rejoice in the Lord. Delighting, delighting, delight in his salvation, delight in his salvation, delight in his salvation. Once a whole being, once whole being, my whole being will exclaim, my whole being will exclaim, exclaim. My whole being will exclaim, who is like you, Lord? My whole being will exclaim, who is like you, Lord? Rescue A from B. Rescue A from B. You rescue the poor from those who strong for them. You rescue the poor from those who strong for them. The poor in need, the poor and needy, the poor and needy, the poor and needy from those who rob them. The poor and needy from those who rob them. Rob, rob. Rob, those who rob them, those who rob them. Ruthless, ruthless, ruthless. Witness, ruthless witness come forward. Witness, witness, ruthless witness, ruthless witness. Come forward, come forward, come forward. Ruthless witness come forward. Ruthless witness come forward. Question someone on something. They question me on something I know nothing about. Know nothing about. Know nothing about. Things I know nothing about. Things I know nothing about. Repay for B. Repay for B. They repay me even for good. They repay me even for good. They repay me even for good. Even for good. They repay me even for good. Bereaved, bereaved, bereaved. They leave me like one bereaved, bereaved. Pransacros, pransacros, pransacros. When they were ill, I pransacros. When they were ill, I pransacros, sacros, sacros. Humble oneself, humble oneself, humble oneself. I humbled myself with fasting. I humbled myself with fasting. Fasting. I humbled myself with fasting. I humbled myself with fasting. Unanswered, unanswered, unanswered. My prayers returned to me unanswered, unanswered. My prayers returned to me unanswered. Go about mourning, go about mourning. I went about mourning, I went about mourning, I went about mourning, as though for my friend or brother, as though for my friend or brother. Bow once ahead, bow once ahead. I bowed my head in grief, I bowed my head in grief, grief. I bowed my head in grief, I bowed my head in grief. Weep, weep, as though weeping for my mother. As though weeping for my mother. Stumble, stumble. When I stumbled, they gathered in glee. They gathered in glee. When I stumbled, they gathered in glee. Gather in glee. Gather in glee. Gather in glee. They gathered in glee. Gathered in glee. 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 Assailant. 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 Assailants gathered against me. Assailants gathered against me. Without one's knowledge. Without one's knowledge. Without my knowledge. Without my knowledge. Slander. Slander. They slandered me without ceasing. They slandered me without ceasing. Without ceasing. Without ceasing. They slandered me without ceasing. They slandered me without ceasing. Ungodly. 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 Like the ungodly, they maliciously mocked. Like the ungodly, they maliciously mocked. Maliciously. Maliciously. They maliciously mocked. They maliciously mocked. Mock. They mocked me. They mocked me. They mocked me. Gnash one's teeth. Gnash one's teeth. They gnashed their teeth at me. They gnashed their teeth at me. They gnashed their teeth at me. How long? How long? How long, Lord, will you look on? How long, Lord, will you look on? Look on. Will you look on? Will you look on? Will you look on? Ravages. Ravages. Rescue me from their ravages. Rescue me from their ravages. Precious life. My precious life from these lions. My precious life from these lions. Give thanks. I will give you thanks in the great assembly. In the great assembly. Assembly. In the great assembly. In the great assembly. Throng. Throng. Among the throngs, I will praise you. Among the throngs, I will praise you. Among the throngs, I will praise you. Gloat over, gloat over, gloat over. Do not let those gloat over me. Do not let those gloat over me. Without reason, without reason. Those who hate me without reason. Those who hate me without reason. Wink the eye, wink the eye. Wink, wink, wink the eye. Do not let them maliciously wink the eye. Peaceably, peaceably, they do not speak peaceably. They do not speak peaceably. Devise, devise. They devise false accusations. They devise false accusations, false accusations, false accusation, false accusation, false accusations against those who live quietly. False accusations against those who live quietly. Live quietly, live quietly. Those who live quietly in the land. Those who live quietly in the land. Sneer at, sneer at. They sneer at me. They sneer at me. Aha, aha. They say aha, aha, aha. They say aha, aha. Be silent. Do not be silent. Do not be silent. Be far from. Be far from. Do not be far from me, Lord. Do not be far from me, Lord. Do not be far from me, Lord. Awake, awake, and rise to my defense. Awake and rise to my defense. Rise to one's defense. Rise to one's defense. Rise to one's defense. Rise to my defense. Defense. Defense, defense, defense. Contend for, contend for, contend for, contend for me, my God and Lord. Contend for me, my God and Lord. Vindicate, 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 vindicate me in your righteousness. Vindicate me in your righteousness. 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 And your righteousness, Lord my God. And your righteousness, Lord my God. And your righteousness, Lord my God. Just what we wanted. Just what we wanted. Aha, just what we wanted. Aha, just what we wanted. Swallow up, swallow up, swallow up. We have swallowed him up. We have swallowed him up. Distress, distress. Those who gloat over my distress, those who gloat over my distress, confusion, confusion. Be put to shame and confusion. Be put to shame and confusion. Exert oneself over. Exert oneself over. Exert oneself over. Those who exert themselves over me. Those who exert themselves over me. Be clothed with. Be clothed with shame and disgrace. Be disclothed with shame and disgrace. Disgrace. Shame and disgrace. Shame and disgrace. Delight in one's vindication. Delight in one's vindication. Those who delight in my vindication. Those who delight in my vindication. Shout for joy. Shout for joy. May they shout for joy and gladness. May they shout for joy and gladness. Gladness. Joy and gladness. Joy and gladness. Joy and gladness. Be exerted. The Lord be exerted. The Lord be exerted. The Lord be exerted. Well-being. 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 Well-being of his servant. Well-being of his servant. Well-being of his servant. Proclaim. 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 My tongue will proclaim your righteousness. My tongue will proclaim your righteousness. Praise. Praise. Your praises all day long. Your praises all day long. All day long. All day long. My tongue will proclaim your praises all day long. My tongue will proclaim your praises all day long. Contend with those who contend with me. Contend with those who contend with me. Come to my aid. I am your salvation. Without cause, who is like your Lord? Who is like your Lord? They repay me even for good. They repay me even for good. How long, Lord? How long, Lord? Rise to my defense. Rise to my defense. Vindicate me and your righteousness. Vindicate me and your righteousness. The Lord be exalted. The Lord be exalted. The Lord be exalted. My tongue will proclaim your righteousness. My tongue will proclaim your righteousness.